People, it's 2024. Please, please, please stop doing this one thing on your Shopify website. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about this one thing that we see all the time in the hundreds of brands that we work with in the e-commerce space, the hundreds of e-commerce Shopify websites that we build, the number that do this thing, it drives us insane because it's very easy to fix, but it's a massively, massively overlooked part for a lot of Shopify businesses. And having this thing on your store is actually losing you sales and killing your brand. So what am I actually talking about? What I'm talking about here is your content above the fold. If you don't know what above the fold means, that basically that's going to be your hero banner, right? Your top banner on your Shopify store. It's the part that's visible on the screen when somebody hits your website. And I'm not just talking about the graphics. I'm not talking about how it looks. I'm not talking about how pretty it is. I'm talking about a very specific thing. What I'm talking about are these four things, right? And this is what we see all the time in the typical Shopify e-commerce store hero banner, right? It's something like this. And I'm going to go on this video, I'm going to go into specific examples to show you what I'm talking about. But the number of times we see Shopify stores where the banner looks something like this, right? It's very, very beautiful. But if I don't know your brand, I don't know who you are, I've never been to your site before, I've come through to your store from, cold traffic, something like this, it's not clear what you sell. I don't know what it is. I can guess what it is. I guess it's bikinis, right? It's not clear who it's for. And yes, it's for women. They're bikinis for women. But that is super, super broad. And that is too broad in today's e-commerce world. I need to know, who's this for? Is this for me? I'm a type of woman, right? And I'm not saying I identify as a woman. I'm saying if I am the ideal customer, I want to hit this website and go, this is for me. It's clear that I'm a type of woman and this is for a type of woman, not just for all women, right? And that means also that there's no compelling why. So why should I buy this bikini over another bikini? Is it organic? Is it made from a certain material? Does it fit a certain way? Is it a certain style? Is it going to make me look a certain way? Am I going to feel a certain way when I wear it? Right? What are those compelling reasons why I want this thing? And lastly, it's not clear how this helps me. Am I just going to look sexy? Is it going to help me build my Instagram profile because I'm an influencer and I'm going to look cuter when I wear this bikini? Right? What's the how? How's it going to help me? What problem is this going to solve? And this can sound like kind of airy-fairy, fluffy stuff, but I'm talking about essential brand messaging components. And when this is missing from sites, and we see this all the time, when this stuff's missing, bounce rate goes up, conversions decrease, right? Average order value drops because the person's hitting the website and they're like, oh, I don't know. And that's all it takes, right? You've got 3 to 7 seconds for someone to hit the site and go, cool, I'm in the right place and I'm going to start shopping. If you don't do that immediately, and I've got to start to think and I've got to guess, that's when I'm making too many decisions. It's too hard. I'll go find the next one and the next site might be clearer. And I go, cool, now it's clear. Having that clarity is super, super important. So what does a good site look like, right? So where we ideally want to get to is, as I say, when I hit the website, I know that I'm in the right place. The site is made for me. I hit the website and I go, oh, cool. I know I'm in the right place because I feel like this is for me. I can see myself in what you're showing. And yes, in that previous example, which we'll go deeper into, I can see myself in there if I'm that type of person. But again, it doesn't say what type of person it's for, right? There's visual and there's kind of reading, right? Intellectual. I want to read what it's for. You need to tell me very, very clearly. We say this a lot of times when we do conversion rate optimization and audits for clients, right? We make the assumption that people are dumb and they're time poor. And that's not right. I'm not saying that to be mean to people, but in terms of copywriting, in terms of web production, you want to assume that somebody's stupid, right? So if somebody's stupid, how would you communicate to them? Very, very clearly, right? It's this, it's for you, it's made from this, it has these features, it does this, here's the reason you should buy it. So I'm not saying buyers are stupid, I'm saying buyers are dumb in that they are time poor and that they don't have time to figure out what you're trying to sell them. You need to tell them and be very, very clear and concise about what you're selling them, right? And the second part of that is, once you're very, very clear, I understand that it's for me, right? I know I'm in the right place. And then the final point here is like, this is going to solve my problem today. So I can clearly see that I'm in the right place because this is going to fix the problem that I have. And again, you need to be very, very clear on communicating. We know you. We know this is the problem you're facing, and we're about to solve it for you today. So whether you buy today or not, I know as the buyer that I can solve this problem today. This is going to fix my problem today. And again, I'm going to go into some examples of where this is done correctly or where this is done in a better way. So I know this can feel kind of fluffy, and I sort of mentioned this before, but this messaging stuff is very, very important, and there's lots of benefits to getting this right. So above just your customer knowing they're in the right place, feeling like you're going to solve the problem, there's actually really, really significant benefits to getting this right. So if you're looking to improve your conversion rate, reduce your bounce rate, get people to buy more stuff from you and get them to buy more stuff from you and come back and buy more stuff from you over time because they're fans of your brand, getting this stuff right is one of the best places and one of the easiest wins to get all of these improvements in your website and in your business. So you think of brand messaging as this kind of fluffy thing, but it's very, very tightly coupled to things like conversion, right? When it's very, very clear that it's for me, it's compelling that it's going to solve my problem, we see conversion rates increase, right? The average conversion rate on a Shopify store is 1.5%. We have clients converting 3, 4, 5, 6%. And this messaging piece goes a long way to that conversion rate. Of course, the user journey and the clickability and the ease of use and the way the cart works and all of that stuff helps with conversion. But that first impression of I'm in the right place and I'm about to have my problem solved, they're not going to get to the cart. They're not going to get to the flow. They're not going to get to your featured collections if that part isn't right, right? 7 seconds am I in the right place? Again, reducing bounce rate. I think the average bounce rate is about 80%, 70, 80% across Shopify stores. So again, most people are hitting your site and bouncing. This stops that bounce. It reduces that bounce rate because they go, hey, I'm in the right place, right? This is for me. This is about to solve my problem. And then now that I'm engaged in the brand, there's something compelling here. We see average order value improving because I know the brand feels a certain way to me, right? It feels compelling. It feels like, hey, this is actually made for me. So now I'm feeling different. I'm feeling positive. I'm engaged in the brand and the experience. I learn about the founders. Now I'm going to go through the website more. And that's going to improve average order value because when you feel better as a buyer, you tend to buy more stuff, right? This is how this touchy-feely stuff kind of flows through to hard conversion percentage and hard fact, right? And then you also, because you're now building brand, you've had a good experience, we see increase in repeat purchase. So people come back because now they're fans. They love what you're doing, right? They're engaged in the brand. They're not just there to buy product anymore. They don't see you as just a product commodity. They see you as a brand, as something that they want to stay engaged with over time. So these things are very, very, very important. And beyond just that wasn't good enough, right? Just having good conversion rate and lower bounce rates. We also see a massive, massive SEO payoff. And this, as I showed you before, that kind of site that says nothing and literally has no physical words on the banner, you're missing a massive organic opportunity. Because Google looks at your site, the first piece of text that Google's looking for is the H1 tag, which is your headline, which should be sitting in that banner. And that the words in that banner should say things that are cool and compelling and show me that I'm in the right place, but also have your high traffic keywords, right? You want your high traffic keywords in your H1 and also repeated in your H2, so you're heading 2. Now, Shopify does some weird stuff, and a lot of the time the H1 on the default in a lot of themes is actually the image, is the logo, which is a really dumb Shopify thing that Shopify does. So you want to look into that and see where your H1 actually is. And if it is the logo, you'll need to custom code it to be the text on your banner. And you actually want text in the banner. This is another thing that we see, and I'll show a great example of this, a classic example where Shopify asks you to put an image in the banner, and you make this really pretty image and you put all your text in the image and you put the image in the banner. Google can't read that. So all the text with all your keywords, Google can't read that. And the benefit of thinking this way as well is if Google can read it and it makes sense to Google to go, oh, I know this is a swimwear site. I know this is a finance site. I know this is a mobile phone cover site. If Google knows that, your customer's going to know that as well, right? So if you can tell Google what your site is, you're going to get better organic ranking. If you can tell your customer what your site is, you're going to make more sales. So let's go and look into some examples here. So we'll start with this example. And again, this looks a beautiful site, right? There's nothing wrong with, it's beautiful imagery. We've got some beautiful ladies here enjoying their time in the sun. So I get a vibe of the brand, right? Young ladies, cool, kind of kitschy, very colorful swimwear. There's some dudes there as well. So maybe you do male clothing, swimwear as well. The biggest look, I don't know this brand. I literally found some random brands on the interwebs, and the problem here is, again, okay, the brand's triangle. Let's assume that this is an H1 tag and Google's going to find triangle. That's great. But if you want to expand your business beyond people that already know your brand, you need to tell Google what this site's about. And you need to have H1 text in here that says, hey, this isn't just swimwear. This is organic, cotton, sustainably sourced, vibrant swimwear for vibrant women who love to, have a beach lifestyle. Now, when I hit the website and I'm that type of woman, I know this is the brand for me, and I'm experiencing the brand essence now. And if that resonates with me, I'm going to buy more. I'm going to engage with the brand more. If I'm a 70-year-old woman who's looking for a one piece to hide all my stuff, I'm going to hit this site and go, okay, this isn't for me. Rather than spending time going through it, do they have a women's range? Do they have, right? You're making me work. You want to attract people with this text, with this brand messaging, but you also want to repel, because you don't want people spending time on the site, spending your clicks, right? And going through your shopping process if they're never going to buy from you. So it's kind of a double-edged piece there, right? You attract and magnetize the people this is right for, and you repel the people that it's not right for. So again, this style, and I get this is a brand play, right? This is a brand feel. This is your classic high-end, sophisticated fashion brand. And this style of website, we see this all the time in fashion, particularly in fashion, in homewares, in high-end product, right? But the problem is, again, the things that I've said. Who's this specifically for? Am I in the right place? Is it going to solve my problems? So this is a classic one. Here's another version where, again, I don't know this brand, but we see this all the time as well. So another part of this is the actual brand name, right? So, that last one, triangle. Triangle could be anything. If it was instead of triangle, it was funky swimwear. No, funky swimwear is the brand. I don't know it's going to be funky swimwear. So again, this brand, Dock-a-Tot. You're docking a tot to something. I assume it's for toddlers, right? It's for babies. But what's a dock? Again, if I don't know the brand, this is where, again, we've kind of got and this is sort of the image thing that I talked about earlier. So again, looks really nice, beautiful photography. I can kind of start to navigate, right, and go, it's toddler stuff. There's some mum stuff. There's some gift stuff. There's home date. There's all sorts of stuff here. So what's the compelling reason, right? What's the thing? What's the distinction about this brand? Is it maybe it's really, really easy to put together? Are these things like collapsible, foldable? Are they recyclable? Are they organic? Now, this doesn't tell me anything about it, right? Kind bassinet. Okay, it's bassinet. It's a new arrival. Neutral woodland. Is that the style? Is that the brand? It doesn't really compel me to buy this thing, right? It doesn't tell me much about it. Even though there's some visual stuff, it doesn't tell me, is this for me? This is for 1 to 3 year olds. This is for newborns. This is for toddlers. This is for busy women. This is for women that love design. This is for women looking for a quick, easy bassinet setup. This is for parents living in small spaces, right? Who's this for, right? And again, this brand could be running this as kind of a promotional thing or a seasonal piece or a collab or something. But again, if I'm visiting this site and I'm looking for a thing, it's not entirely clear to me what the uniqueness of this brand is. And particularly when you start to navigate and go, well, they kind of do a bit of everything. And that's okay if I kind of get the essence of what the everything means. What's that hero thing? What's that kind of apex brand positioning of uniqueness? Is it, okay, they do all of this stuff, but everything's like collapsible and foldable and made for small spaces. Everything's organic and reusable and recyclable. What's that kind of compelling reason? Who's it made for? What does it do? What problems it's solving? Again, hope you can see that's kind of missing from this site. Here's another classic. Jake and Jones. Again, don't know this brand, never met them, but here's the classic end of season sale, Black Friday sale. I hit the website and there's a sale on, but what are they selling, right? And again, you see that you're doing a sale thing here. There might be a different banner in other times of the year. Understand that. But right now, I'm visiting this website and maybe I'm looking for men's clothing. They've got women's wear. They've got men's wear. They've got baby and kids. They got lifestyle. They got self. They got gifts. There's a lot of stuff. Again, why is Jake and Jones better for me than another brand? What is it about this brand that's unique to me? Who's it for? What type of man is it for? What type of woman is it for? What type of clothing is it? Is it for fashion junkies? Is it for fashionistas? Is it streetwear? Is it fashion? Is it high-end fashion? Right. I think the brand here, they sort of collate and curate up-and-coming designers and sort of boutique stylists and that sort of thing. But again, if it told me that here in the banner, I go, cool, I'm looking for cool, edgy boutique designers. I'm in the right place. The other problem with this is, again, you've got the image embed. So this whole thing is an image and there's no text on here that says curated boutique fashion from New York. I go, fuck, that's exactly what I want. I want curated fashion from New York. So you can sort of see that they're missing that compelling piece. They're missing that clear definition of who's this for? This is for me. I'm this type of person. I'm looking for this type of product and this is the place for me. I'm going to get my problem solved. I'm going to find boutique fashion from New York, from boutique designers, which is what I'm looking for, because that's how I identify. That's what I want to wear. Right. So they're sort of missing that opportunity, and they're also missing the SEO organic opportunity by having a massive image stuck in there rather than having readable text. Let's take a look at another one. Before we look at some good examples, this is a final, not terrible example. Again, most of these are really, really nice sites, but this piece is missing, and this is a really important piece. So this is another classic thing that we see all the time, is you kind of go with the big brand, the kind of Nike play, and you just have some cool words. Radical portability sounds sick, sounds really cool. What does it mean? Radical portability sounds really cool, sounds really dynamic. But what is it, right? I kind of get the idea that there's a guy running with his baby. So it's for outdoorsy people. So I kind of get the vibe, right? But what exactly is it? Travel test. So maybe it's in the H2, right? So travel tested gear that helps you reach your destinations and recharge. Okay, so it's travel tested gear. Is it the shoes? Is it the watch? Is it the clothes he's wearing? Right, so now I can kind of assume that it's the baby gear, but it doesn't even say baby gear. Even if you added travel tested baby gear that helps you reach your destination and recharge with your kids, right? A couple of changes there would help me go, oh, this is stuff for kids, and it's for parents that are radical, right? It's for parents that love to be out and about and take their kids with them and have that lifestyle. So again, they're kind of missing the opportunity to define radical portability in a common sense, clear way that me as an average citizen, right? Me as a normal person visiting their site goes, okay, I'm a parent, I'm a dad, I love to go and travel. I love going on adventures, and I love having my kids with me on adventures. That's what I'm looking for. I kind of get it with the imagery, but it's missing that piece of telling me. Again, people are dumb, people are time poor. Tell them exactly what the thing is. Be very, very clear in the messaging. So, radical portability sounds very cool, but it doesn't tell me what the thing is. And on the other part we talked about, right, the second part, the SEO part, there's no organic payoff there. So unless someone, and again, the brand name guava, if I'm searching guava on the internet, I'm probably looking for fruit, right? So unless I know the brand guava, I know that they do adventure-driven baby gear. I search guava, and nobody's going to be searching radical portability to find their website, right? So if instead of radical portability, they even changed that headline to radical portability for adventurous parents that love spending time with their kids. Again, that's kind of blowing out and becoming a whole thing. But radical portability for who and to do what? That's the stuff that I want to get into that headline. So it's got the keyword, it's got baby gear, it's got for adventurous parents. You're kind of identifying the targets, and then the H2, you expand the H2 out and put some more keywords in there. Baby gear, adventurous parents, baby strollers, right? Whatever the kind of key search terms that you want Google to find you for. So they're missing a few opportunities there. And this is a big one. A lot of people do this. A lot of brands will do this, where you kind of play this level up game, right? You position as a Nike, you position as a Patagonia, as a North Face, right? But those guys can do this stuff. That North Face can do radical portability because you know what the brand stands for. They've been around for decades. They do mass market educational. Everybody knows who they are. Everyone knows Nike. Everyone knows Anaconda. Everyone knows Patagonia. Everyone knows the North Face, right? They know these brands. So when that brand says radical portability, you're already going to their site because you know what they stand for. And then radical portability sounds cool and it means something. If nobody knows who Guava is and they're looking for a stroller that's durable. It's like the 4-wheel drive of strollers, right? For adventurous parents that love having an outdoor lifestyle. If that person's landing on this website, sure, there's a vibe of that in the image, but radical portability may or may not mean anything to me. I would prefer if that radical portability said something a bit more about who this is for. Right, so now that we've canned everybody, let's go look at how to do this properly or how to do this better. So again, these guys do it in a very, very simple way. So again, don't know this brand, found them on the interwebs, but this one's very, very simple. Again, we've got some kind of lifestyle-y image. There's also a nice product image. So even just having very, very clearly what the product is. If I'm not looking for a mattress, I know I'm in the right place. I'm in the wrong place, right? So again, if I don't know Andy, I've searched what's Canada's best mattress. This is some pretty good copy, right? Canada's best mattress. And hopefully they've actually got this as text. Yeah, so it says this is highlightable. So Canada's best mattress. That would be something that people would be searching Google for. If you lived in Canada and you're looking for a mattress and you wanted the best mattress, even if you were searching best mattress near me, what is the best mattress, right? Canada's best mattress is great for SEO, and it's very, very simple, and it's quite compelling, right? If I'm not looking for Canada's best mattress, and why wouldn't I be? I'm in the wrong place, right? But if I'm looking for the best mattress, I'm looking for a good mattress, Canada's best mattress sounds like a great place to start. And upgrade your sleep. A nice little tagline in there. Again, they could probably have a bit of an H2 in here that maybe explained why it's the best mattress. It's the softest gel cover, hybrid, blah, blah, blah technology that makes it, right, the best way to upgrade your sleep. So there could be some other stuff you could put in H2. And this is slightly below the fold, but this kind of stuff, proof is great. Best mattress in Canada, most trusted mattress in a box, right? 4.9 star rating, product of the year. This proof, this social proof, again, gives me compelling reason. But even just looking here, Canada's best mattress is a way better headline than even if upgrade your sleep. Like they could have had upgrade your sleep as the headline and it wouldn't have been as effective. So this is a very, very simple way of getting this done in a better way. Another place that does this very well is these guys at Keen Home. So again, don't know who these guys are, found their website, but if I'm looking for home air solutions and I find this website, they have a nice, clear, concise, compelling, unique, distinct reason, right? Zone your home intelligently in minutes, not days. Great. I'm looking to zone my home. It's intelligent. And it's going to happen fast. It's going to be solved in minutes. It's solving my problem. I'm in the right place because I'm looking for a home air solution. I'm looking for something that's intelligent. It's smart. It's going to solve my problem. And it's going to solve it fast in minutes, not days. Right? Even their H2 is good. Right? Meet the smart zoning systems to get the perfect temperature in any room. Perfect temperature in any room. Great. That's a massive problem. So they have to be very, very clear on what the big problems are. I want the perfect temperature in any room. I want to zone my home. So I want to zone it out. I want to have different zones in my home. I want it to be smart so it just works. And I want it to happen fast and effortless. It happens in minutes, not days. So just looking at this, if I'm looking for this type of solution, this now compels me to buy, because I know I'm in the right place and it's telling me the things that I want to hear. So this is actually a very, very good example. And I couldn't leave without showing you a website that we've built. So one of our amazing clients in our e-commerce in a circle coaching program. So Fashion Fish Designs, again, comparing to our earlier swimwear brand, right? So this is a very quite different swimwear brand, and they've got a very unique and compelling offer, right? So you can see a nice one piece here, but dive into comfort and confidence, right? If I'm not looking for something comfortable and I'm not looking to be more confident, I know I'm in the wrong place. with chlorine-proof swimwear that lasts. So again, we've identified this is a massive problem for young swimmers and parents of young swimmers and competition-based swimmers and divers, right? They go through these costumes, their swimwear, a lot because they wear them a lot and they disintegrate in the chlorine. So these are specifically designed to be chlorine-proof and they last. So this is something we know parents of people of youngsters that are swimming and teenagers and young kids themselves are looking for stuff that lasts, but particularly parents, they want to buy something that's going to last a few years and not have to buy a new swimming costume every few months, right? So we're hitting the pain point. We're also saying it's comfortable and gives you confidence. So there's the emotional benefits right there. So comfort's a huge thing for swimwear, right? If we go back to triangle, if you're a competition swimmer, that stuff doesn't look very comfortable and it's probably not going to give you a lot of confidence to just swim, right? So this brand is very, very clear on what they do and why they do it. And then we've also, in our H2 here, bid farewell to wedgies at Fashion Fish Design. So again, this is giving me a bit of colloquial Aussieism, right? Because this is the brand. So now there's some feeling. This is what the brand's about. Sustainable, Australian-made sports and training swimwear for everybody, right? So again, this is giving me insights into what I'm solving. This is for everybody. There's adaptable designs. We've got plus size. We've got small size. It's made to fit. All this kind of stuff, right? It's sustainable. It's Aussie-made. It's for sports and training swimwear, right? So we're identifying the audience. So somebody looking for something like triangle hits this website and goes, well, yeah, this isn't really for me. That's fine. We don't want those people. When a teenage girl who's a competition swimmer and wants something that's chlorine proof that's going to last her for ages, and she wants to feel comfortable and confident so she can just focus on swimming and winning and doing what she needs to do. When she hits the website or her parents hit the website, it's very, very clear and compelling that they're in the right place. It's about to solve a problem and it's for them. So hopefully those examples have given you a kind of clearer idea of how this stuff actually works and why you want to get this right. Because when you do get this right, you get all of those benefits that we've talked about, the SEO benefits, the conversion benefits. So how do you get this right? Really, we're talking about brand messaging here. And if you're part of our Shopify Australia group, we talk about brand messaging all the time. And it's because it's so important. When we bring people into our coaching program, this is the first piece of work we do. We make sure the brand is resonating with the audience, right? We want to identify the ideal buyer persona. Who's the perfect person for us? Who do we want to buy from us? We want to call them out. We want to understand their core problems and challenges, right? So what are the problems that they're facing? We want to make sure that our product solves those problems and that we're messaging in the right way to tell them that we're solving their right problem. So ideal person, I'm in the right place. This is for me. Core problems and challenges. This is going to solve the problem that I'm looking to solve. This extra point here, ideally, ultimately, where we love to get really, really killer brand messaging is when it sounds like you're speaking like you're inside their mind, right? And this is an incredibly powerful idea. If you can communicate to your ideal buyer with emotional stuff, psychology, the thoughts and feelings that are going on in their brain that they've never told anyone, when you can understand your audience at that level and you can message that on your website and that person hits your site or reads your Facebook ad or reads your product description on your product page, whatever that messaging goes into, if they feel like you're in their brain reading their thoughts and they can see that you're solving their problem, it's this holy shit aha moment for them, right? They go, you know me better than I know myself. So now I have this layer of trust, right? Because you understand me. You're telling me that you understand me because you're saying things back to me that I've only ever said to myself in my head. So if you understand me at that level, if you understand me that deeply, you must know what you're doing. And we see trust levels rise purely from that psychology of, holy crap, you're inside my head. I've never told anyone I feel that way. I've never said those words out loud, but now they're here on this website. They're hearing this Google campaign. Holy crap, these guys must know what they're doing. So that's a massive piece not to be overlooked. It's crazy, crazy powerful. And the final piece here is to lead with emotion, right? So you're in my head, you're saying things, there's this emotional, compelling reason. This brand is comfortable. I'm going to feel confident, right? That's the emotional aspect. So we want to lead with emotion so people feel a certain way. And then we compel them with logic. So it's going to fit good. It's made from good materials. It's sustainable. It's made in Australia, right? These are logical kind of things. I go, okay, good, good, good. Ticks all the boxes. It's well made. It's high quality. It's sophisticated, right? It's the logical stuff that I'm expecting to see. All those boxes also get ticked. So I feel a certain way and I'm confident and comfortable that it's going to do the right stuff, right? It's got the features. It's got all the benefits that I'm looking for. And then the minimal effort part is, now how do I buy it as quickly as possible and get as many of them as possible? And yes, that sort of comes down to your conversion optimization, blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. But also it comes down to your messaging. So I know you're connecting to me emotionally with your words. You're giving me some logical stuff to know that, right, you're ticking all the boxes of what my logical brain is looking for. And I feel like it's going to happen. I can get the thing that I'm looking for that's going to solve my problem with minimal effort. If you can do those three things and speak to people like they speak to themselves and solve their problems, and they know that they're in the right place because they feel this is made for me, you will win and you will crush and you will see massive, massive improvements in your conversion rates, in your reduction of bounce rates. So this was going to be a short video, but it's gone on a while, but I hope that's been beneficial because this is stuff we see all the time. And when we fix it, brands boost, people buy more stuff. And there's real benefits to getting this brand messaging piece right. So as we like to say here, messy action beats perfect procrastination. So go do some of this stuff, whether you reach out to someone like ourselves, where you have a brand strategist, you have someone to work with, you can Google this stuff, you can figure it out, but go do some of this stuff. Instead of having images on your homepage, make sure you've got text, an H1 text that says some keywords and has some compelling copy, that you've got an H2 tag that says some keywords, that talks about some of these emotional pain points. Get that basic stuff into that above the fold piece, as well as your nice imagery. But, take some action. Don't just watch this video and go, that sounds nice. Go do some stuff, reach out to somebody, get some help if you need to get help. But, take some messy action rather than waiting until the perfect time, or you've got the perfect line, right? Just even if you don't have the perfect words, put something in there. It's going to help your organic. It's going to help people identify that they're in the right place. It's going to help you sell more stuff. So thanks for tuning in. If you've liked this video, like, share, all that kind of good stuff, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be bringing more of this content to you in the future. Thanks for sticking with me. Been a blast.